Welcome to LFFL Prime Time. All you need in, frankly, less than 5 minutes today. We're going to look at what to watch for tonight, certainly with the game between the Seahawks and the Saints. No Russell Wilson in this one, no Drew Brees in this one. Not a ton in play tonight. This isn't the most spectacular game with the bye weeks. We had a lot decided already, but let's take a look. There are a few things in play. In the original league, we still have a couple games to be decided here. Miles has a 123-107 lead over Matt, who has Marquez Callaway. This is a PPR league. I think this one's very much in play. Big ramifications here. Josh lost this week. So a win by Miles means he's in first place all alone if he can beat Matt. Now, certainly if Matt comes back to beat him, that certainly means the lead comes closer back to the field. So an interesting one there. Bill looks likely to lose to Todd, who has both Tyler Lockett and the Seattle defense. That one looks in Todd's favor. And then I'm putting this in the so you're saying there's a chance category. Yes, Lloyd, there is a chance. Eric up by 32 over Greg, who does have Alex Collins tonight. Obviously, this one's for Eric, but you never know. There's a chance. They do play the games for a reason. And I hear the weather tonight in Seattle is going to look very much like the weather last night did in San Francisco. So better for the running games for sure. Look at the LFFL2. All games over here are well in hand. We had 7 within one game of the lead last week. If you recall, we had 4 teams at 4-2, 3 at 3-3. That number's dropping to only 6 this week. So after this week's conclusion of play, 6 teams will be within one game of the lead. LFFL3, we do got a couple things to be decided here. The first 2, I'm going to file under pretty good locks to go the other way. So Matt Brennan's up 100-94 on Phil. This looks, with both Tyler Lockett and the Saints defense, this is like a Phil win. I'm going to say the same thing about the next game. Andy's up by 5, but look at the studs Miles is bringing to the game. So I think that's pretty clearly a Miles win as well. This one, you favor Bill if they're doing poker right now. Bill's up by 15 on me. I would need basically 100 yards and a touchdown on Marquez Callaway, which isn't out of the question, but he certainly hasn't done it this year, and they're going to be playing in a monsoon. So you like Bill going in, but I do have a chance in that one. What's at stake here? If Miles wins, he'll be up 2 games on second because he'll move to 7-0, and second place will be 5-2, and he'll be up 3 games on the bye week because there's only going to be one team at 5-2, assuming Phil and Miles win. That'll leave us with just one team at 5-2. So he'd be 3 up for that bye week, which with only 7 to play, gotta like your position there. LFFL 5, the only game that's really in play, and this is filing under the so you're saying there's a chance category. Eric's up by 8 over Andy, but he does have both Jameis Winston and Demario Davis, where Andy only has DJ Reed. Likely win for Eric. Bill lost this week to drop to 6-1. I think he rostered a solid 8 players this week with all the bye weeks. So if Eric wins, he ties for that lead at 6-1. So a big night for Eric there. And then finally, LFFL 7, only 3 teams on the chopping block this week. Your lowest finish score right now is Greg at 144.1. I'm at 126.3. However, I do have a couple potential outs here. Tyler Lockett just needs to beat 2.5 points to count, and the Saints defense just needs to beat 9 points to count, which in that monsoon could very well happen against Geno Smith. And then Sean, this is a really interesting one. Sean is only 0.3 back from Greg. However, he has Will Dissly, and Will Dissly does have to score north of 10.9 to count. So I don't think that's likely. So I would argue Greg if I'm in Greg's position, I'm feeling pretty good about my spot right now. Going to be harder for Eric and I to get harder for Sean and I to get up that number. So that is what it is. And finally, 2 last things I want to say before I sign off here. Number 1, going to start another Monday night contest on DraftKings. I'll shoot that out in the email to you. And number 2, the bracket league, no contest. There is no close game over there. I would update you on one, but there's no close ones. The higher seeds won in 6 of the 8 matchups. The only 2 they didn't was at Sanders region, both the 4 and the 5 seeds. Bill was one of them, of course, and Todd was the other. Bill and Todd were upset by the 12 and the 13s, which is totally in line with the normal NCAA tournament. That 5-12 line is always an upset. Holds true in our league as well. So I'll full update for that tomorrow. Good luck tonight. I hope you do really, really well, except for Bill's playing in that one league, and I definitely need a win over there. So, Bill, take it easy on me.